Hi, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching, and a big thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate everything that you all do. Today I'm sharing some Halloween journals. I've recently added or relisted this vampire journal in my shop, and I'm going to just briefly tell you a little bit about it. There will be a link below to the original flip through of this journal. It's a book, made from a book rather. It has 3 signatures, a hidden spine. There's lots of little charms added to it, and as I said, it is a vampire theme. Lots of sari silk, a lot of fun to make. So as I said, there will be a flip through listed below for the original listing. And it is available in my shop now. The second journal I want to share with you has been just such an adventure to make. I always wind up stuffing these too much because I keep finding things that I think have to go in the journal. So this one is a witch themed journal, measures 6.5 by 9.5, has a 2-inch spine, 3 signatures. The fabric is from Tim Holtz, both inside and out. I have added the Spells and Fortunes from his collection. There's the bat from the collection, and this is a digital photograph. It's tied shut with sari silk ribbon. And in the very front, let me make sure I'm in focus here because my QuickTime player likes to cut out on me. There's a little book of spells, which is basically just a little addition. I put a magic potion charm on there, an addition to the book, and there's lots of blank pages. There's a couple of pockets, one in the front that's got some little images from Graphics 45 from one of their kits, and then one of their cardstock packs. And then in the back there's a little thing with the witch's brew and a couple of more tags. So that just flips in, sits in the front. I'm going to move that over here. I want to be sure I'm in focus. I've used a couple of digital kits. This one is Digital Hobby Helper Witch Kit and Junk with Steph, her Haunted Kit, and also with Junk with Steph some of her lace kits. So you'll see those as we go along. And I'm just going to flip through this because it's really chunky and very, has a lot of pages. There's 3 signatures over 200 pages. So I'm just going to do it. And I will list below the makers that I've used in these, and all of these have journaling space on them. Sari silk ruffles. There's a little witch charm here. And then I've also used Lorna Taylor's tea dye papers for the backs of a lot of these. This is an illustration from a vintage children's book of witches, which I think is super cute. Another illustration from the Graphics Fairy. This is from Junk with Steph. And there's journaling space on the back of that little ticket. It just tucks in here, and I've used Tim Holtz mummy cloth. And then there's a one of the CD envelope flips that Wendy from Wendy's Journal Adventure has done. And this has a beautiful illustration. This is a Harrison Fisher drawing from the early 1900s. And then there's journaling space on the back. I use a white pen to write in my journal sometimes when the pages are really dark. Or you could just flip that over and put your own picture in there. You bewitch me. I've used a lot of stamps. I have a collection of Halloween stamps and papers that would choke a horse, and I decided I was just going to get them out and start using them. So I'll point out the stamps as we go along. This is, I printed this on vellum. This is from Junk with Steph's Haunted kit. And I've used stamps on these. And this is a die cut, the Tim Holtz die cut with the ravens and there's a branch and a couple of ravens and a feather. And you'll see those in here too. Some black lace. Then I love this page. Not All Witches Live in Salem. This is from the Graphics 45 papers that came out a few years ago. And I have a stamp of the Cheshire Cat. And then this is stamps from Tim Holtz. There's the witch's hat, and there's journaling space on the back. I just stamped that on some coffee dyed cardstock. And then here's an illustration of some really spooky looking witches. And then I have a love affair with the Rackham illustrations, and this is one that I just really love. Arthur Rackham did fairy illustrations. I've used those in my fairy journals. He illustrated children's books. He illustrated other plays like Macbeth. You'll see the Macbeth wishes further on. It's one of my stamps. And then I have used little bead dangles. If you can see these very well, there's a wicked and then the little beads. And I've used those in each one of the centers of the signatures. Here's another darling little photograph, and I've used Tim Holtz's labels, the Halloween ones, and it said Harry Potter, and I thought that was definitely appropriate. And there's the broom for the witches, and then this illustration of the Witch's Flight music sheet. And then again, I've got 2 envelopes in here with that I have done, cut out the paper and put in it. This is a stamp I used, and this is an actual stamp. And then the papers in this one, really light. It's part of the Junk with Stuff kit. So you can journal on those and tuck it away or use it for secret messaging, whatever. And then this is one of Tim Holtz's stamps, and then I've embossed it and used the die cuts. Some black lace, printing on vellum. This is the back side of that CD envelope, and I just added a piece of cardstock and a photo in one of the die cuts. A couple more little stamps. There's a little tiny envelope right there, and there's a witch pins, and this is the witch essence, and a little witch ticket. And then this flips out. There's the W for witch. Got more journaling space there. Sorry, silk ruffle. This is another illustration from a children's book, vintage children's book, and I can't remember the name of this illustrator. It's up here, but she illustrated children's books in Australia. It's another one of the Arthur Rackham, and this is a wonderful little Halloween postcard, and I liked that she looked kind of witchy to me. The end of the first signature. Lots of journaling space, as I said. And then in this pocket, I've got another one of those tickets with the little blackbirds, and this is a illustration from Ephemera's Garden, and journaling space on the back of that, and then I made a tag with that picture that's on the front. I thought an identified specimen was kind of appropriate. And then this is the Tim Holtz Halloween tissue paper. Stamp. Sorry Silk Ruffle and a little cat. And this, I've added that to the envelope. It's got some journaling card in the inside. Some more illustrations, the vellum, lace. There's another one of my stamps. Another Arthur Rackham, and then this is a really, really cute little photograph. And if, again, from Tim Holtz, if the broom fits, ride it. This is from the Graphics Fairy. Another tuck spot with the raven. And these are the Macbeth witches that Arthur Rackham did. Another little ticket. And my stamps. And then this is really cute. This illustration, I love this little girl with her cat, her black cat, and she's always reminded me of Halloween, so I included her, and I've used a bat die cut, and then you can use your own picture and put that in there, or you can journal on the back of it, and there is journaling space, some paper that folds out on that. And again, the beads. This is the Double Toil and Trouble from Tim Holtz. And then there's another little bead dangle here. And then this is another illustration from a children's book. I counted the black cats. There's 11 of them. There should be another one. I can't find it. It's kind of like trying to find Waldo, I guess. I love that illustration. And this is just a little black card that has, or a little black envelope, and you can open that up. It's got some things in it that you can decorate the journal with. And again, one of those little tucks with tickets. Another bat illustration. Another stamp. This is another Rakeman illustration. There's the witches and black cats climbing and lots of brooms. This is from Steph's Kit, and I added some stamps to that. This is a magazine cover from the Household magazine from October 1924. And this illustration is just beautiful. The little boy's watching the witch riding the broom. And that is one of Norman Rockwell's. And then another ticket with a stamp. And another little charm that has a witch's hat. Another flip out with journaling space. Stamp. Another one of the flips. This has some stamps or some little tickets tucked in there, and then the trouble. And again, you can use that, flip that over, and put your own picture in that. And then just a little bag. There's another illustration of a little girl with the pumpkin. I'm sure you all have seen that one before. And then this little guy was just too cute to leave out, and so I titled him A Strange Visitor. And that just tucks behind that, and there's journaling space on the back of both of those. Lots of blank pages to use, decorate of your own. And then, of course, we couldn't leave out the witch from The Wizard of Oz. So I put Frightful up here. It's one of my stamps. And then you can journal on the back of that, or again, it's black, so you could put your own picture in there. And then on the back of it, it wouldn't be complete without her flying monkeys. It's one of my stamps, and I just put that on there. Two of my grandchildren are involved in doing a musical of The Wizard of Oz in November, so it's dear to my heart. Some more lace, another couple of journaling spaces. This is the witch die cut from Tim Holtz from last year with the kitty on it. I shouldn't say kitty, I should say cat. Always have to have lots of black cats and witches when you're dealing, and bats when you're dealing with witches. Cats, bats, and hats. There's a journaling card. This is another Rackham and some stamps. It may be Rackham. I'm not saying his name correctly. I apologize. Here's another one with the witches and the cats and the trees. His illustrations are just incredible. One of the stamps I have. There's another one. The hat. And the witches dance here. And I use the Tim Holtz witches on this and the die cut and a stamp. And then this little gal looks too spooky. And I said, Dorothy liked anything spooky. Another stamp. A centerfold with the bead dangles. And this one has spells. Lace. Another illustration from a children's book. And I love this picture of the black cat in the hat with the bats flying him around. Two of my favorite things, bats and black cats. Another illustration from Rackham. And then this is the bat stamp from Tim Holtz. Another stamp. Another illustration. Just a couple of stamps. Reminded me of the Wizard of Oz with the feet coming upside down. And this has a haunted house. A cat. I've stamped that ticket, or tag rather. Then this is from an illustration. It's pretty cute. And then this is another book magazine that I found. It's Today's Housewife from October 1919. And the little person's looking out and seeing the witch here with the cat. I thought that was pretty cute too. Too cute not to include. Another one of the envelopes with paper inside and the bat. More ruffles, another stamp, and then these are two copies of cabinet cards, and she just looks like she needs a witch's hat on, and I've made them into cabinet cards with the stamps, and then this little one. That's another one. And then on the back of it, there's another illustration. And then there's the last page with the large rook on it. And here's a tag with a spooky house. And there's your die cut, the Tim Holtz. And this is also the Tim Holtz fabric. And then this is an idea from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And Carol Laws did this. And I've used these in my other journals. There's a couple of stamps on this. This were the bank tickets from, or digital from Lorna Taylor. And then these are little cards from Graphics 45 kits. And then the last tag has the little bat, wing of bat, and a little bat ticket. So that's the journal. I hope you liked her. I was thrilled to death to make it. I had a lot of fun, and she will be available in my Etsy shop. Thank you for watching.